before we get into the Nets' handling of Kyrie, Amari Stoudemire, six-time All-Star, joining the conversation. Amari, you bring a very unique perspective. Obviously, we all know the success you had with Nash on the court, and then you were an assistant on the Nets, and also you're a black man who is Jewish. What was your reaction to Kyrie?
I mean, my initial reaction was, what I've noticed throughout the years of Kyrie is that he's a guy who's really trying to find his identity, right? He's on this quest of searching for information and knowledge, and while acquiring this type of information, you got to be more mindful of doing more research, checking your sources, reviewing before you actually, promote anything.
It.
Right, exactly. And I think that's something that Kyrie's probably lacking right now, is that he's not really doing the full vetting of what he's promoting, and I think that's getting him into trouble.
See, now look at this racoon, Amari Stoudemire, saying that Kyrie needs to find himself and that Kyrie really doesn't know who he is, and he's just a guy on a journey trying to find out who he is, and and things like that and that nature. From the looks of it, to me, it looks like Amari is the one who's trying to find himself. That's what it looks like to me. So you got to watch out for people like this, because those be the ones who trying to tell you what you're doing. In all actuality, they don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because so Kyrie is getting backlash for trying to spread a message, for trying to spread the truth. And Amari is saying that he needs to vet his material before he recommends his content. What type of world do we live in, y'all? Literally, what type of world do we live in? What do you mean he should have vetted his material? So, do you vet the material of the music that you listen to that promotes genocide on certain type of people, on black people, and the music from the modern day rappers? Do you say anything to people who promote homosexuality to children in the books that are the movies? Do you vet that? Do you tell people to vet those things, or do you vet pedophilia? Do you ask people to vet the things that promote pedophilia in these books or in the content that's on TV that the media spreads? Amari, do you tell them that they need to vet that? So who you telling a black man, just like you're a black man, that he needs to vet his content? Or he just screenshotted a movie and just post on his Twitter and he needs to vet? Like, come on. And do you have enough nerve to say that he's just trying to find who he is? It sounds like you need to find out who you are. I actually found like you don't know who you are. It looks like that to me. Like, guys, pay attention to people like this.
Absolutely.
I want to get to Kyrie Irving in 1 second, but I want to make a bigger point that I think a lot of people have missed that is worth our attention and time. So, over the last several days, I've heard a lot of people come out and speak against Kyrie Irving, right? Which they should. I get it. On the lack of due diligence, I watched the entire film. Mm-hmm. I watched the entire thing. There's a lot of things in the film I disagree with. The curiosity nature of it is interesting. But I will say this. Where is that same attention and energy for the platform that is promoting it and profiting off of it? I don't hear any of that talk around Jeff Bezos and Amazon. I don't hear anybody talking about that. I hear everybody skewing their anger towards Kyrie for taking a picture of it and tweeting about it. Now, there deserves to be more context there from Kyrie. I think where Kyrie lost a lot of people is the unwillingness to go to the podium and expound upon the points that he learned from watching this. Right? And actually coming out and say, I don't stand about calling Jewish people the devil.
Right.
And there was a lot of misinformation, but this is my main point from watching this. But I go back to the bigger macro point.
Jay Williams brought up a very, very significant point. A very significant point about Amazon being a platform to promote things. So this is the game that they play. One thing that I don't agree with what Jay Williams said is about Kyrie did a lack of due diligence, and he should have did a more due diligence before he promoted or did a screenshot, promoted a movie. Like, that is totally outlandish, and that's totally wrong. I totally disagree with him. The documentary quotes, I watched maybe like an hour of the documentary. The documentary quotes a lot of scriptures from the Bible. So why don't they say anything about the Bible? Why aren't these people saying anything about the Bible? Because they won't. Because they know if they did, that they'll open a whole can of worms if they say anything about the Bible. Because they know almost the whole, I mean, half the world, uses the Bible as their holy book. So if they said anything about that, they don't want that war. They don't want that battle. They don't want that battle. So it's like they're like a bully. They're picking on the guy, and it's to who they feel like they can beat to make a point. But for what point, I don't know. I mean, what are they really trying to stop Kyrie from saying, from spreading the truth that black people are the original Semites? I mean, none of them ever went against that. So I'm confused on what they're really upset about. I'm really confused. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, these people are bullies, and for them just to try to ostracize Kyrie for just taking a screenshot of a movie cover and just tweeting about it, just telling people to check it out. Like, it's something bigger here. It's something totally bigger here. And not go after Jeff Bezos, though. That says a lot. Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. He's given a platform to people to promote movies, or to promote books, to promote content. And none of them said anything about Jeff Bezos. I find this very, very, very interesting, because that movie came out around 2018. So it's been on Amazon platform, I'm say maybe 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and they didn't say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why, because they don't want that discrimination. Because they can face discrimination about trying to tell people on what platforms what to promote and what not to promote. That in itself can be a discrimination from blocking people, from enjoying a platform in America that they can post their content, like books and things like that. I'm pretty sure there's books that worship Satan that's on Amazon. They don't say anything about that. I'm pretty sure there's books on Amazon that promotes on how to get away with murder, but they not saying anything about that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, these people are big, big bullies. But the moment that someone posts a documentary on black people being the original Semites and how they were exploited and how their heritage was taken, how their culture was taken, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to understand. It really hurts me when I see this and I hear other men, black men at that, just talking about another black man. It's almost like they sold out. It's almost like they sold their soul. You know what I'm saying? It's really upsetting. It's really upsetting. So another thing, so they all said that they disagree that Kyrie should have did more due diligence, but they fail to break down what they disagree with. Pay attention, people. This is chess. This is chess. I mean, I heard someone say that the documentary said that the fake Jews are devils, and this and that. So let me ask you something, guys. If someone a devil who makes a profit off other people killing each other and promoting it in the media, is that person a devil? I'm going to say that again. Is a person a devil who promotes killing, real life killing and murder of an other race and profits off it to feed their family? Is that person a devil? Or is someone a devil that delights in feeding their family at the expense of someone else's death? Is that person a devil? Let me know. Let me know what you think about that. Is that person a devil? I think we all know the answer to that question. So let's just put everything in perspective. Let's just think right here, guys. Let's just think. So it's almost like they got an agenda. It's definitely an agenda, I feel like, to get Kyrie because he's a black man and he's an influential black man. And they want to silence him from spreading the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this documentary has been on Amazon since 2018, and no one said a word. No one said a word. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's posting it and he's spreading it, it's a problem. And I'm pretty sure there's other things on Amazon that promotes worshiping Satan, how to get away with murder, but no one said anything about it. Like I said, guys, this is chess, not checkers. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. Stand up for what is right. Don't let money take you under. Don't let money take you under. Please don't let money take you under. For what would a man give for a soul? What would a man exchange for a soul? And what profits a man to gain the whole world and lose a soul in the process? Stand up, y'all. Stand up for right.
To the bigger
I just want to
macro
say one
point.
thing. It is irresponsible, even if you have curiosity, it is
I agree with you,
irresponsible
Molly.
to amplify
I agree.
messages from Hitler
I agree.
ever on any,
Right.
on any, and that's not, I just want to make that
No,
clear.
I-
And you didn't allude to that, but ever, under any circumstance.
Yes, so why is it on a major
100%.
platform? Why is a major platform amplifying it? Kyrie amplified it, the 14.7
I'm not defending
million.
them
I understand.
either.
I think that's a great point. But the platform is profiting and promoting it to billions of people. If that is, so the anti-Semitism, if that is a thing, and I've called a lot of my Jewish friends, we have talked about this. I get it, Kyrie Irving deserves a lot of heat. Then put heat towards something where it deserves it too. And that's on the platform. And I feel like that whole thing is being missed here as everybody, like, and I get that Kanye tagged onto it. It's a bigger conversation.
Play. See, I never. Here's Molly saying that it's totally unacceptable for Kyrie to amplify anything about Hitler. Like this is what I'm saying. Like, she didn't break down what you're talking about, Molly. What is she even talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear a lot of people talking, but they're not breaking down points that they disagree with. You know, so this is how you know that they're puppets. They're just going with the program. Every single one of these hosts are going with the program. Only person that said that they watched the documentary was Jay Williams. He's the only one that said that. But even when he said he watched it, he never broke down the context of what he said that he disagreed with. So that's so, you know, like they're pushing this thing out to the people, but they're not breaking down what, you know, they disagree with. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone is telling them and they're pushing it. And let's keep it real. They need their jobs, guys. Like they're getting paid. They're getting paid to speak. So they're going to go with the power structure. So Molly, I feel like she just needs to be quiet. She needs to be quiet, you know, because it's clearly shown that she's just talking and speaking because she's getting paid and this is her job and she's just trying to feed her belly. You know, so I never heard her complain about, you know, the promotion of you know, genocide music that's promoted in the airways. You know, I never heard her speak about that, but, you know, it seems like everyone wants to get on the bandwagon and, you know, when someone's trying to kick someone while they down, like they just want to join in. It seems like this is what's going on here. Like, how do you get in trouble for just screenshotting the title and just tweeting it? You know what I'm saying? Like let's keep it real, guys. Let's be real. This is ridiculous.